Peace, everyone. I am sitting here across from a huge mega church that is so huge. And I saw people coming out of it, little bit by little bit, one by one. But when I went to go to open the door and to try all the doors, I was locked out. So I'm not going to force the situation, but see it for what it is. I am the church. I wanted to chime in to give y'all more insights of what's happening energetically right now. So let's get started. Father, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight. My God, my strength, my healer, my master, my redeemer. Demonic networks, spirits of principalities in high places. We wrestle not against people. Many people feel as if that person that you are dealing with is actually human, but that's not your friend no more. That's not your family member no more. That's not your loved one no more. That person has been insidiously breached by spirits. Demonic entities and energies love downtown areas because those are the areas of light where the light is harvested the most. They also love driving trucks. They also are busybodies. They can't sit still. They're too busy keeping themselves in a space where at any time, if they feel the need to be called towards feeding on one of those demons within them or having one of those demons within them fed, then they're going to do everything in their power to stay as close to whatever area that allows them to pacify their behavior. Demons have no mercy for your soul. Demons don't care who you are. They will use anyone and everything to torment you. They will use people that you love the most. They'll even use you against other people, which is why God will always give you a revelation of what's going on with the situation, with the matter at hand. It is us who have discounted what it is that we have seen before us factually and thought we were tripping. But no, you're not tripping. See, when you become a woman and or a man after God's own heart, then the Bible states, be ye holy, for I am holy. The Bible also says, ye are gods. But many people feel as if because ye are gods is in the Bible, what God was sharing with me, what he meant by that context is, we are gods. We belong to God. And because we belong to God, these demonic entities, these demonic networks, they know it. And it's even deeper too, because once you begin to expose these demons, they begin to run, they begin to hide, they begin to flee. And you can tell because people who you are normally dealing with, especially when you start getting closer and closer to God, it'll go from them calling you every day, want to track you down, see what you're doing all the time, to just straight silence. Like they just have to get away from you. Because what happens at this point is that your spirit begins to vex their soul. People merely want to be around crowds of other people who not only will pacify their behavior, but make them feel as if their behavior is okay as long as they're around them, because they're the only ones that truly understand you. Well, they're the only ones that truly understand you, because they're the only ones that know about the demons within you, because the demons within you and the demons within them have been feeding off of each other. Birds of a feather flock together. It is true. You can tell a lot about a person based off of their character and the circumference of the circle of friends that they hang around. You can sit here all day and you can try to explain your story to someone in a righteous manner until you're blue in the face. But if there's darkness within their heart and that person was playing a middleman between you and someone else, the darkness within their heart, even trying to play the middleman, will block them from seeing the light within you. Because there's an oath that has been taken here. That's why demons operate in demonic networks, demonic ways. They will call each other. They will alarm each other. They send signals to each other. They recognize each other's frequency in public immediately when they see someone of their own frequency, demonically entity, energy-wise. They may not ever relate to anyone in that whole entire continent, but the second they see someone who is of like-minded spirit, then and only then will they feel comfortable in their surroundings. Demons cheat. They lie. They provoke you to cheat. They provoke you to lie. There's no honesty within them. You want to find out honesty about a person's true heart, how they truly feel? Start dealing with them when it comes to money. You will see their heart for how it truly is. You will see them for who they truly are. And what they will do is they will do everything in their power to make sure that you spend all your energy. And that money is symbolic of energy, the energy within you and the energy within them. So if you've given your all into the energy of the heart of the matter of the situation, but what they're doing is they will make it appear as if they're down for you. They're with you until you bring up money. I have to deal with them with money. Because now their true energy is exposed here. Now your true energy is exposed here. So two people go out to lunch, right? You go out to lunch. Every time you have money, you always treat this person out to lunch. It don't matter how much you pay. You can go to the top, $5 sign restaurants. You can go to the top $1 restaurants. It doesn't matter because that's your heart. You will always treat. But when it comes to the other person and they get their money and you don't have no money at all, they will go to that same restaurant and they will treat themselves and they will treat themselves only. And then even if it came to treating you, they will take you to the $1 restaurant only. Never, ever even considering taking you to the $5 restaurant because it's not in their aura field. What's in their mindset is holding on to as much energy as they can until they're able to harvest more energy. And many times, this lack of recognition comes from you depleting all of your energy, doing everything in your power to get things to work between you, another person, place, and or a thing. You can give it your all, but if that other party is not going to give it their all, then God is merely showing you right then and there, is that something that you want to deal with? Is that something that you want to be a part of? Because at this point, people claim that they may not know something, but trust you when I say that at this point, all scales are off. All the light is on. All the roaches are seen in the corner, whether it's the roaches or the bed bugs or the crevice within our own hearts, our own spirits, our own lives. And what's deep about it is people who have demonic entities and energies controlling them many times feed these specific demons without crying out to God, because there is no will to cry out for God, because they would rather be tormented 360 days a year and only experience 5 days of those years in utter blissful sin, according to them. that's merely ciphering their soul to take them to hell, than to spend 300 or even 200 or 100 or 30 days doing it right, being right. The darkness within everyone's heart is being exposed right now. And it has to be exposed. So therefore, we not only know who we're dealing with, so we know how to pray for that person, but we also know, is that something that aligns with my frequency? Is that something that I choose to be a part of? This person is I'm blatantly seeing them for who they are. And I want them to do right. I want them to do right with all my power. You can want someone else to do right with all of your power. You can love them with all your heart. You can give your last. You can be sick in the hospital and still get up out of bed, take them IVs out of your arm and everything, and still make sure you pick them up from work on time. And it will still never be enough. Because that specific individual is only concerned about feeding the demons within them, even at the detriment of your own demise. So what the demon does, it will try to hide itself for as long as it can, until one day, voila, it gets tired of hiding itself. See, our thing is to catch it and to see it from the gate. But the only way that you're going to catch it is if you become a man or a woman after God's own heart. God will begin to show you people, show you spirits, show you the jealousy within each individual, show you the hatred, the backbiting. If you were part of conversations that your mate had about you to their friends, your children had about you to their friends, your family, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother had about you to your friends, if you were part of those conversations, you would never speak to those individuals again. Because these are the specific individuals that will be used the most by demonic entities and energies to do everything in their power to get you to become in that Job space where you will just curse God and walk away from God. Because it is the demon's job to make sure that you don't get close to God. It is the demon's job to make sure that they torment you. So the way they will torment you is they will send signals towards you. So when you're driving, your apps will be scrambled in directions, especially when they know you're getting closer to God. Then you get frustrated. Then your gas is running out. And then demons cause you to feed your habits. So you may be passing by a bunch of different restaurants that day, knowing that you have bills to pay. But those demons within you will tell you, oh, don't worry about that bill. Just go on and buy that shirt. Just go on and buy them shoes. Go on and treat yourself. It's just a little restaurant. Then that one little restaurant ends up turning to, oh, just go get yourself some ice cream too. Well, you know what? You might as well just go on and get some cake too. As a matter of fact, just go on and get some alcohol and just celebrate the whole day. Just forget it. Next thing you know, you're looking up and you have no money at all for your bills. You have no money to pay your bills. And then you're sitting around in secret stressed because you have no money to pay your bills. And then you're being tormented because you knew you had the money, but you blew it. So then a whole nother tormenting demon comes in. They operate in packs. But it's your job to recognize it. It's your job to see when demons are being operated through your family members. And it's also your job to rebuke those demons because you have power to tread upon darkness as well as upon serpents. You don't have to accept demonic energies and or demonic activities in your life. The light of God within you repels those demons anyway. But you got to want to do right. You got to want to have the light of God within you. You got to want to walk the walk. You got to want to walk the path. You have to make it up in your mind that if no one else follows God, if no one else does this path, I will be the only Noah here when the flood comes. I will be the only Moses here. Can you imagine how many people laughed at Moses when he came off that mountain praying to God? They're like, oh, Moses, you took too long. We got our own gods here. Go on and have yourself something to drink. Go on and get some fatty calves and some pigs that we made, some chitlins, and we got some ribs over here. Come on now. So when God is using your life, God will begin to expose and God will begin to reveal to you what the true heart of the matter is. God will begin to reveal to you even people who you love the most. He'll begin to reveal to you and show you the exposure of their own heart and the secrets that they're keeping from you. And God will allow them to give you a chance to keep it real with you, because keeping it real with you is keeping it real with God, especially if you're a man or a woman after God's own heart. But when those demons see that you're a man or a woman after God's own heart, first of all, they're going to test you to make sure that you truly are a woman after God's own heart, that you truly are a man after God's own heart. So when the demons test you, they come with tormenting spirits. They come with all of your habits, anything that you crave habitually, any habits. Oh, they going to start, look, I don't care if you fasting from it. They will give you all that for free while you're on a fast. You may be in a space where you may be stuck somewhere in Timbuktu, and you may have moved to Timbuktu to do God's work and do God's will. And you get there and you may not have one dime, but you may call up a friend like, yo, just, I need $5 to take the bus down the street. And they'll tell you, why ain't nobody tell you to move there in the first place? And if he's such a God, why didn't God give you money to take the bus when you got there in the first place? So see, you on something wrong. That's not God. See, demons like to tell you how God operates. They like to tell you how God moves, simply because the church has been infiltrated. But you let a demon tell you, or you tell a demon, you know what, man, forget about this. I'm coming home. All of a sudden, they'll get money out of nowhere to instantly send you a one-way ticket home. But people don't see it, and they won't see it because of the darkness and the hardening of their own heart. The light within you repels darkness. These demons cheat, they lie, they steal, they're sneaky, they're lustful, they're perverted, they're conniving, they're backbiters, they live double minds, they have double standards, they have multiple lives, multiple situations going on. You have no clue who you're really dealing with, because they'll tell you one story and they got 10 other people that they're telling 10 different stories to, living 10 different lives through 10 different timelines. And then if you try to get these specific demons to stop for a minute and to see the light of God within them, they begin to become irritable with prayer, irritable with praising God, irritable with anything that have to do with God, irritable with you because you're talking about God, irritable with you because you're exposing God. And then they'll do everything in their power to begin to stunt your growth, to hold you back, to try to put themselves 10 steps ahead of you before you can even take one step near them. You have to be very wise, because these serpents are very cunning. These demonic energies and entities look like humans. They walk and talk like humans, but they're not. They read the Bible. They speak in tongues. But I'm going to tell you one thing about a demon, y'all. A demon cannot praise God. You will never, ever see a demon in the middle of the street, on the corner, first of all, doing street ministry, praising God. They won't do it. There is no possible way. This is how you will know God's true work in this hour. This is how you will see God's true light in this hour. Because people who truly love God are people after God's own heart. Demons will use the ones you love the most to distract you, to pull you away from God. And they will use it in the form of trying to manipulate your heart. They will act as if they love you. They will appear as if they love you. You have to truly understand the times that we're in right now. And the times that we're in right now is all out war for your soul. But you know who's going to win in a fight for your soul? The darkness or the light? Your friends that are filled with darkness, or your friends that are filled with true light? And based off of your own personal spirit and your own desire to get as closest to God as you possibly can, that's the only way you're going to be able to combat the darkness in this hour. Other than that, you will fall prey. You will fall victim to every single demonic activity, attack that is directed specifically towards you. Because trust me when I say these demons know who you are. They've been studying you since the day that you were born. Matter of fact, they knew who you were before you were born. They know about your gift. These demons know how talented you are. They know your calling way before you know it. And it is their job to do everything in their power to block you from seeing your greatness. So they'll make you feel like, oh, you're stupid, you're dumb. They'll even allow you to call yourself, you're dumb, you're stupid. But the Bible says we are fearfully and we are wonderfully made. We're in an hour right now where demons are doing everything in their power to cause division and confusion in the home, especially in the home. So when I asked God, why is this? And God said, because the 3 days of darkness is upon us. And it's the devil's job and his minions' job to do every single thing in their power to break up families, to tear up families, to get families to go in different directions, to get family to not be together. So when that hour of temptation come, the weakest link in the family member line will be the one that's taken out. The one that's praying will be the only one sustaining themselves in that hour of darkness. The one that's not only praying, but I mean a true prayer after God's own heart. That's the only way you're going to make it. Because you're going to see people who claim that they love you, who claim that they're down for you, claim that they're your friends, who claim that if that mountain is burning, I don't care. If you up there, Nubian, I'm your friend, I'm down for you. You will see them run like a can of Raid on roaches. They will choose their friends over you. They will choose their money over you. They will choose their cars over you. They will choose their homes over you. And all you're doing is witnessing what it is that God has had to go through the entire existence of God being God, especially once God created man. But your job is to kick back, watch the situation unfold. And no matter who leaves your life, baby, no matter who walks away, no matter who goes, know that they chose to leave. Know that they chose that path. But you don't chase them down that path that is clearly taking them to hell. You have to run to God. You have to get as close as you can to God. This is the hour of torment where demons will do everything in their power to torment, to throw lust, illusions, perversion, gluttony, jealousy, anger, rage, all that at us to get us off of our knees, to get us to a place where we're like, you know what, I'm good. I'm not going to pray to no spook God no more. Nobody wants to pray to a spook God until they're on their deathbed or they're stricken with some type of ailment or disease or they're dying. Then they want to talk to the spook God. Other than that, they chase after many gods because of the many demonic entities that are operating them. It's like these demons are inside of them like little joysticks operating a spaceship, operating a car. And they letting them do it. It don't matter how much you want to love a person. It don't matter how much you want to do right by a person. It don't matter if you give this person your all. It don't matter if you prove to this person that you will die for them. That person is still going to chase after their demons and spit on every single thing that you do. Because that person will take all of your efforts for granted because they're making no effort to be towards you or to be with you or to be with God first. So all you're doing is experiencing what they've been doing to God the whole time. And because you are a man or a woman after God's own heart, those spirits within them recognize the light within you. So it will cause that person to have friends all of a sudden that will surface, to do everything in their power to make them a busybody, distracted, irritated when you calling it out. insulted. Why? God comes to heal. The Bible says, I come that you might have life, and that more abundantly. Satan comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. How many friends y'all got around y'all right now that will die for you? That will truly die for you. And you know, okay, I know they'll take a bullet for me. None. Not one. But God truly loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten son. And if you went to God first to ask God who you supposed to be with versus chasing that man or chasing that woman, that's not even that man no more. That's not even that woman no more. That man has many wives. That woman has many husbands. The only way you're going to know if that man or woman is truly faithful to you is if they are a man or a woman after God's own heart. Then it don't matter who walk away. It don't matter who lie, who cheat, who steal, what they do. Because no matter what they do and they think they're doing it to you, it's always going to turn in your favor. It's going to backfire on them. You just can't take matters into your own hand and be like, you know what, I'm going to get you back. No, don't do that. You just kick back and smell the roses and watch the movie unfold. And watch how God flips the whole situation around so much it will blow your mind. People are going to regret hurting you. Especially when you're a man or a woman after God's own heart. Demons are sneaky. They will steal. They use children. They use seniors. They use pets. Demons enter pets. Yes, they do. They take over their body fully. They just like humans. A demon cannot fast. A demon is a habitual liar. Habitual liar. A demon lies so much they don't even know the truth. They can't even tell they're lying because they lie so much. But the power of God within you, when someone lies to you, it's like it burns your soul. It's like you just be having a regular conversation and everybody putting all the cards on the table. And then all of a sudden, a demon will tell you truth mixed with lies. And you know what's the truth and you know what's a lie. It's so obvious. It is so clear. But the only way that you're going to be clear of the obvious is if you make a decision within your heart that you're going to clear your spirit. The only way you can clear your spirit is be a man or a woman after God's own heart. You're going to see loved ones come and go. You're going to see the one that you were married to or in a relationship with. You're going to see them run from you, especially if they have no desire to do right. If they have no desire to be a man or a woman after God's own heart. Because the demonic entities and energies around them have already convinced them that your light is of no use to them. Of course it's of no use to them. Because they can't use you anymore. Because the one who's truly around you with your light will expose the darkness of others that are tethered into you. Like umbilical cords from a mother and a child sucking the life out of you. And it is the job of a watchman to see it, to know it, to speak on it, to rebuke it, to bind it. But if you repel it, because you choose darkness, you choose demonic entities, you choose demonic energies, there's nothing none of us can do about it. Because there's nothing God could do about it. Except for one thing. Send you to that bottomless pit eternally in hell. All because the habits that you practice now are merely leading you down that road. Which road? Which habits are you practicing? Are you helping to practice, set up the stage for the Antichrist? Are you helping yourself develop a close connection, a close relationship, and become a man or a woman after God's own heart? Even if no one goes, even if no one stays in your life, if everybody walks away, if you broke, if you poor, if you lose your house, if you lose your job, if you ain't got nothing, where's your faith in God? Your friends will tell you that's not God. But which God are they talking about? Because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob cannot be told how to be God. The Pharaoh thought he can tell God how to be God, but God sent plagues of locusts and famine upon the land. Think about it, y'all. What type of habits or demons are individually within you that are causing you to miss opportunities, to fall into sin, to become a victim and a slave, like shackles and chained to that sin? So much to where a demon's job is to get you away from family, friends, anyone that loves you, to keep you alone. And once they keep you alone, then you sitting there like, oh, ain't nobody love me. I'm just by myself. So let me just go in and get some alcohol and drink tonight. Oh, well, I'm bored. While I'm sitting here, I might as well just go in and pull up some pornos. And then that opens up a whole nother doorway and a whole nother gateway to worlds that have yet to be exposed. When you become a man or a woman after God's own heart, you see demons and demons see you and they run from you. And they will do everything in their power to make sure that they convince the people that are around you to run from you also. Don't chase them. It's the light of God within you that's protecting you. So if you're being protected because someone chooses not to do the right thing, don't you die trying to chase after darkness. Be so down for the light that the light blinds them and repels them from the light of God within you to protect you for your own healing, for your own safety, for your own comfort, for your own edification, for you. If you've done everything for them, you made sure they were okay, you made sure they ate, you made sure whenever they needed you, you made sure that you were there for them. Can they say the same thing? Can they really tell you that they gave you 100% like you have given them 100%? Or are they going to tell you, okay, well, I know you at least have 50% of that 100%. So let me see what you bring to the table and I'll see if I'm going to match that. Because that's exactly what they're doing right now. But God will not only give you 100%, but God will send others in your life that will also give you 100% as well. Because energy truly does come back in like form. You just got to see the okie doke for the okie smoke and realize, let me see what happens if I truly walk away from all my riches, all my wealth, don't listen to nobody at all. Just focus on my connection and my relationship with God. And let's see what God does. I did it. Walked away from a $250,000 business a year. Walked away from mansions. Walked away from all kind of money. Walked away from celebrity relationships. Because there is no love. There is no light. What profit is it for a man to gain the whole world yet to lose his soul? But everybody's chasing money right now. And it's deep because they're chasing money. And there's nothing to show for where this money is allegedly going. The Bible calls it merely chasing the wind. Are you allowing others to be a distraction from your own personal connection and relationship? Because I'm telling you, when you thrive to get as close as you can to God, God can take your loved ones from you. Or let me just put it like this. He can allow Satan to take your loved ones from you. Take your job from you, your house, your car, your money, everything from you. But are you going to curse God? Or are you going to say, though you slay me, God, yet will I follow? If that man, that woman left me, they supposed to leave me. I don't need them. I wasn't supposed to be with them. If I ain't got that car, God took it away. I was supposed to take it away. God said I ain't need it no more. He must have something better for me. If God tell me to move out of that state, up. God told me to move to another state, up. Now my time is up here. Time to go. That's me. I can't speak for anybody else. I just know that I'm a woman after God's own heart. And there's nothing in this world that means more to me than to make sure that when I get to heaven, I don't hear from me, away from me. You workers of iniquity, I never knew you. what will God say to you on that great and marvelous day? Because trust me when I say your social medias will be used as resumes. And if you have chosen to chase money and to be vindictive or manipulative with those energies versus using it to edify and uplift the kingdom of heaven, you're already in trouble. Because we're right now walking out the times of the Battle of Armageddon. And financial seeds are seeds that are being projected towards your next move. And if those seeds that you're planting in the ground right now are seeds of deception and manipulation and thievery, then what type of path do you honestly feel that you really are on? Especially if you're building a bridge with dishonesty. Think on those things. Become a man or a woman after God's own heart. Watch what God reveals to you. God will never let you down. People will come, they will go. People who you thought that you were down for or thought was down for you, they will disappear because they will allow those demonic entities and energies to use them without a fight. They just give up. They don't even try. They just, because of the darkness within their own heart, they're trying to feed their lustful sins, their lustful desires. But you don't let that break your heart, because their heart has become so hardened. They don't care if you cry. They don't care if they break your heart. They don't care about nobody and nothing but satisfying those demons with them that are causing them to do what? Chase the wind. Nubian Divine.